Trouble is brewing in the restaurant industry, and many businesses are discreetly closing locations and altering their operations to cope with the current consumer downturn. Managing a restaurant is never easy, and things get much more difficult during an economic downturn as people cut down on their spending and go out less. Some of the key reasons why firms decide to abandon a market or even declare bankruptcy are declining sales and visitor traffic at physical locations. Even the greatest firms are subject to the problems that will afflict the industry in 2023. Many of them are being crushed by inflation, labor difficulties, and rising competition. Only those who are capable of adapting will be able to survive in this game. In this video, we've compiled a list of chains that seem to be losing steam and slipping behind their primary rivals. Analysts think they face widespread closures and may go out of business sooner than consumers anticipate. Hello, and welcome back to Seriouscoinageyt. Make sure you watch until the end of the video. Number 1 might surprise you. Without further ado, here are 10 chain restaurants that are seriously suffering right now. 10. The Cheesecake Factory. Despite being one of the most successful fast casual food companies in the United States, the Cheesecake Factory has endured significant financial losses in recent years. Founded in 1972, the company soon expanded to over 400 locations in North America, but that figure has subsequently fallen to 297 in 2019, with the pandemic requiring the closure of a further 10% of its operations. As mall foot traffic drops, more restaurants will shut in 2021, 2022, and 2023. The Cheesecake Factory presently has 213 locations, with around 13 of them rebranded Grand Lux Cafe. The company is working feverishly to adapt to new market trends and recruit a younger client base. Over the course of its more than 5 decades in business, the Cheesecake Factory has seen rivals blossom and fall, but now the tables have turned, and its competitors are experiencing its slow decline. 9. Red Robin. Marco Access has had Red Robin on its bankruptcy watch list for at least 5 years. The casual dining restaurant firm has been sued for insufficient health and safety standards, harsh labor tactics, and poor customer service. Customers have also complained about the deterioration of its product quality, as sales have been disappointing quarter after quarter. Last week, the chain plummeted more than the market, missing profit projections for the second time in a row. According to industry analysts, Red Robin is on the verge of closing forever owing to its dismal financial status. 8. IHOP. IHOP has been serving a variety of cuisine to its American customers since the 1950s, adapting its menu to evolving tastes. Unfortunately, no matter what IHOP does, the changes cannot keep up with the demands of its customers. However, this is a problem that the whole full-service restaurant business has been dealing with for the past decade, and IHOP is just one of the biggest with the most exposure. These took a sharp turn for the worst in 2020, when lower sales prompted major profitability and cash flow issues, causing the company to dramatically decrease its store count. Over the previous 3 years, around 12% of IHOP locations have permanently closed their doors, with more closures expected in the coming months as the firm cuts spending to bolster its bottom line. Have a subject or company you'd like to see us cover? Leave it down in the comment section below. If chosen, we'll pin ya. 7. Dennys. When this company first opened its doors in 1953, it was known as Dennys Donuts. However, as it grew in popularity, it became a restaurant franchise that expanded into other states and nations. Dennys presently has over 1,500 outlets throughout the nation, down from over 1,726 before. The firm has suffered significant financial damage as a result of several discrimination claims over the years. Conditions have recently worsened as well. Shareholders have seen the stock tumble 41% since 2018 and 27% in the last 60 days. Analysts believe Dennys' 8.9% annual sales loss over the previous 5 years suggests that the company cannot grow in the long run, forcing investors to sell their shares and creating worries about the chain's long-term health. 6. Benihana. The famed Japanese-themed restaurant that served exquisite delicacies tableside was a huge hit in the 1990s and early 2000s, but it has struggled to regain its supremacy in the previous decade. Hiroaki Aoiki started the company, which formerly had over 250 locations, but only roughly half of them are still in operation. There were 93 Benihana restaurants open in the United States as of September. The decline was driven by increased competition and altered consumer habits brought forth by the outbreak. 5. Hard Rock Cafe. In the United States, one of the world's oldest fast casual dining establishments is battling to stay in business. Despite having fed decades of young Americans, Hard Rock Cafe is having difficulty connecting with the current generation. As a result, the restaurant business's financial performance has been dropping for 4 years in a row. The corporation also owns a variety of other businesses, including hotels and casinos. Hard Rock International has decided to shutter a number of cafes around the country this year, citing business concerns, including locations in Houston, Las Vegas, Denver, Seattle, and Memphis. 4. Kabas Italian Grill. Kabas Italian Grill, which is owned by the same parent corporation as Outback Steakhouse, is having the same issues as its sister business. Blooming Brands is being forced to protect its firm by closing hundreds of failing restaurants, including dozens of Kabas locations, as fewer and fewer customers visit the restaurant. This year alone, 43 locations have been shuttered, and the company now has less than 220 locations throughout the country. If its financial situation does not improve in the next quarters, the brand will almost probably face more store closures, placing it at risk of bankruptcy. 3. Checkers and Rallies. Checkers and Rallies hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, and milkshakes are well known. They once served customers in 28 states and were praised for their rapid service and low prices. But the franchise has been closing more locations with each passing year due to dwindling sales volumes and strained profitability. To make things worse, authorities have chastised the firms after it was discovered that they had broken health code norms at various restaurants. 2. Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. seems to be gradually departing the U.S. market. The brand originated in 1945 as a drive-in barbecue restaurant and has since developed significantly not just in America, but across the world. Unfortunately, Carl's Jr. superfans have seen less of the firm in recent years, as the company has shuttered hundreds of stores and opted to forego its inside dining services in favor of drive-through, pickup, or take-out options, forcing some consumers to spend their money elsewhere. If you've made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on the world of economics. Now, back to the video. 1. Burger King. Yes, even the most well-known companies are susceptible these days. Burger King is America's third biggest fast food company, albeit it was second when Wendy took over. Burger King has struggled, and the company is still attempting to recover in 2023. New restaurants are going down at an alarming pace. Between 2020 and 2022, around 200 Burger King locations will shut. This year, the situation has worsened as 3 major operators have filed for bankruptcy, causing the brand to close more than 400 stores. While rivals like McDonald's and Wendy's continue to expand, and none of the chains like Shake Shack and Five Guys are lowering menu prices to boost sales, Burger King has become unreasonably expensive. Consequently, customers are purchasing fewer things less often, which bodes bad for Burger King. If you have a favorite restaurant and are able to help their business, you should go there right now. Restaurants may shut abruptly and without notice, even to their employees. Many of these businesses have never seen a more unpredictable market, and things aren't expected to get better anytime soon. Non-essential businesses will only see growth after the U.S. consumer returns to economic stability. However, the outlook is dismal for the time being, and hundreds of sites will disappear before you know it.